Alrighty, welcome back. I'm your man Bad Chad. Queen Jolene's on the camera, Fina's the dog, and we are on air. As you can see, we got the box side on the side of the truck. Yesterday we were doing the stake pockets. I want to show you a little something on that. I want to thank you for coming back also. We got all 4 of the stake pockets done. Today I'm going to apply the stake pockets to the box sides. So there's a stake pocket. It looks very attractive to me. It's got a nice shape to it. It's got a nice shape going this way. It's just really attractive for a stake pocket. And I'm going to apply them to the box side today. And let's go over here for a second. What I learned on the end, the first day, I sliced the pipe every ½ inch, got it bent, got it to work. Yes, I did. The second one, we cut it in half. We tried to bend it on the roller over there, tried to clamp it down, and the vice grips or the clamps were kind of putting a little mark in the exhaust pipe, so I had to tap it back out with my dolly hammer or my pick hammer. Wasn't a big deal, but actually what worked the best in the end for the last 2 that I did, because I did 4 of them, or 3 of them yesterday, well, grind them all up, weld them all up, finish them. What worked the best was this. Big rubber hammer, and beating it on this piece of wood. You could really turn it quite nicely. I could turn it both ways. When I hit it and on either side, if it got out of shape, then I just took my body hammer. So if I go back this way, we'll go back the other way. I just want to show you because so you'll know. If I went this way and bent, or I didn't bend it too much there, but what I did is I just took my body hammer. You can see I got quite a bend going on there. I didn't want to quite do that, but body hammer right here. I just took it, put that back in shape like that, and I just carried on. So basically what I'm saying is the rubber hammer on this piece here, rubber hammer on that. See, I'm bending a little bit, and then I went over here, made sure that was the right width, and then I applied it on. So basically I had that bent like that. I just bent that back. The rubber hammer was the deal. That's the way to do it. Or cut her in half, use your piece of wood and a rubber hammer. That got me in shape really quick. That did that. Hard to believe, I know, but it's the truth. I'm going to get a bench and get set up here. I'm going to apply the stake pockets to the box side. And I'm going to show you how I did it. If Jolene will come this way, if you will come this way, maybe, or that way too, you can see that. You can see how nice those look. You would think, wow, where did you get those? You would never think that someone made those by looking how nice they are and the shape they are, in my opinion. They've got a really nice shape, round edge to them. Very, very attractive. And anybody can do it. Because I'm showing you for your own vision, you know. Anybody can do it. I'm going to bring the box side over. That is just sitting on there with one clamp, so I'm trying not to hit it. You can see that I have the top of the exhaust pipe welded all the way along there. I'm going to hit that with the flapper wheel and show you how I can grind that all off nice. I tried to put more weld on the exhaust side than the box side so I can grind it off nice. Turn it around for you. So 14 gauge, 90, 45 exhaust pipe. Pattern, exhaust pipe cut in half, made to that shape. Now what we're going to do is we're going to apply them to the box side. I have to get a few things. Wasn't quite ready yet. Trying to clean up at the same time. I think you guys would all know about that. If you work in a shop, sometimes you just got to stop and clean up. I want to thank everybody for coming back. It's nice doing a truck. I find that, you know, the box is half of it, obviously, but it seems to be a little less work than a car sometimes. Fina, You okay? Huh? You seem to be bothered for a minute. What's wrong? You need my attention for a minute? That's good enough. Alrighty, she just wanted to give me a kiss. I got some burrs on here from when I did some welding on it. Every stake pocket I made exactly right on this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay this on here. I'm going to trace the side. The reason I'm tracing that, because I do not want to drill any holes out past that stake pocket. I want to hit that 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch I got going on there when I drill the holes. I'm going to drill them from the front side, and you'll watch me do it. I'm just going to give myself a guideline so I know where I'm drilling the holes, and I don't want to go past or beyond. Just kind of guessing, like I always do. It's an educated guess, mind you. That marker, the tips wore off it. Is that 2 points? That's 2 points. I'm feeling like anybody could make this box that I'm doing. I did not use any big giant tools. Did not do that. I used the basic of tools to do the whole thing. And I think it looks very professional. When you get looking at, when I get it all ground down on the top and get it finished, it'll look very professional. Just looking at it. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make a couple marks here. Just going to show me where I'm going to drill my holes. Something close so they look, you know, the same on both. I'll do the exact same thing down the other end as I'm doing here. Nothing to it. All you have to do is put your brain into it. Got a drill. My arch enemy, the drill. Truck's looking spectacular, isn't it, baby? Looking good. Truck's looking good. As you can see on the fender that I have sitting on jack stands, that fender is the car fender. It does not mount like that anymore, and we're going to have to change or make the fender fit the box side. But I could not help showing you what it's looking like, because it made me happy to look at it, and I'm sure that it will make you happy to look at it, because the progress is coming along quite well. And what I mean by the progress is, you know, it's really looking like a truck now. It's got a box side on it. Drill some holes. Now I'm just going by the lines that I put on there. I got a line going through, I just drew a line through there obviously. This is a place where my 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch is. So I'm just going to drill in the middle of the line. And try not to go beyond the outside line, that is. Jolene's looking amazing today. Love you, sweetheart. I like how the step bit is beveling off this side for when I set this down on there and I have to clean any of the burrs off. It's the other side I have to clean off. Do the same for the other side. I'm hard on the old drill. I expect it to work every time, and if it doesn't work fast enough, I just push it a little harder. I'm going to pull it away from that box side so I do not knock that off. And you can change, you don't have to do it this way, you do it any way you want to. But I'm just saying that I think this is a very appealing with the flat, the bend, and the roll, and the shape of it. Very appealing. And when you tell somebody you made that, well, how'd you do that? Well, you're going to have to go on YouTube and watch Bad Chad. Alrighty. So I've got that drilled all the way along there. Going to clean off some metal burrs there. Nothing on this side whatsoever that's bothering, holding it up off. Just want to check for that. We'll take this off, put it on the ground for a minute. Now, what I want to do is I want to make sure I get that straight edge up in that side that where it first bends and get it clamped on nice is what I'm going to do. I got a bunch of clamps over here. We're going to clamp it on, put it in place, and nail it down. Alrighty. Nope, I want to tighten it up a little bit. I do not want it to go anywheres. That one there that I did, I applied these first and then put the exhaust pipe on. But I had to find out where the exhaust, had to put the exhaust pipe on first to find out and get my pattern going so I can make them all. But it was easier to apply those ones there. The stake post, because I did the exhaust pipe on after, it was easier. So you're gonna watch me struggle a little. Not a whole lot, but a little. Don't want to get my clamps over top of my hole. Nope, pulling that off. Taking it in a little bit further. There, it's fine. Try to get one in the middle. Now, go get a different pair of clamps. Nope, them's not the ones I want to use. And it's not the stake pocket I had on there either, as I can tell by the line. I'm going to change it up. Not thinking that's that one. That's the one I had on there. Try not to get on the holes so I can. Good. And I had another long set here. Just want to make sure it's down as tight as possible. That's basically what I'm looking for. A little tighter. The clamp isn't being so happy, is it? Alrighty. Got a little bit of distance going on there. I'm going to have to tack that. This, like I said, the other one was a lot easier. All right, Jolie, I'm going to get you to help me for a second, if you will. Can you help me for a second? I want you to tack that while I hold it. Just tack them two things together right there. So what I'm going to do is I got a little bit of gap going on the 45 right here. Got a little bit of gap going on, and I want to fix that before I get started. I want to pull that forward and get that tacked, basically. Give Jolene a helmet, and she can help me. My queen, Jolene. And back off, boy, she's mine. So it's going to take a little second or two. I want to get it tacked on there where I want to get it tacked on right. I want it tight and right. So I want you to tack the exhaust onto this exhaust when I'm pushing it forward. So when it's touching is when I want you to weld it, okay? So am I in your way, or can you see it? Put your wire right where you're going to weld. Yep. Did you get it? It's going to hold? Can't say enough. I'm just going to tack it again so it does hold. Now we got that 45 nice and tight. Not gonna hit right where she welded it this time, because if I hit that right where she welded, where she tacked that, it'll take off because the metal will get hot again and it will just go away. But all right, gonna leave that there. Good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flop this over. I'm going to flop it over. And that way there I can spot weld the other side. So we did not drill any holes in. Let go. I'm going to have to clamp that as I go, I see. That one's not being friendly. All right, I'm gonna flop this bad boy over. I don't want any pressure on the 45. I don't want any pressure on the 45 because now I did not. I'm going to flapper wheel off the excess on this side. I don't want that, all that metal sticking up. I want to flapper wheel that off. Now, a little piece of metal right there. I'm going to try to dig it out. Yeah, I got a little piece of metal down in the hole, and if it stays down in the hole, it might hold me from getting it tight. You know what I'm trying to tell you. If that metal gets down in between there, it could hold me from getting it tight. Tight and right. See that? Good. So I'm going to go along here. I know all the outside ones here are tight. The one down across there is not that tight. So I'm going to have to make sure that I get the, I'm going to weld beside this clamp, and then I'll move this clamp down to there to get that tight, basically. Just want to fill it nice and going to move around a little bit. Just want enough weld in there so when I grind it off, it becomes flush. Just going to take a look on the other side, see if that one's tight. And it's tight. Yeah. I'm going to change the This piece here, up to the other side. Looks good. I'm actually going to do that one, then move it again. Hammer. Make sure it's tight. Let's do this one. Too close. On spot welds, generally what I find is make the hole that you're spot welding. Well, I guess you call this plug welding. You really got to make sure that you make the hole big enough that you can penetrate the metal in behind. You know, I've done it so many times. Drill a hole in something, you think you're going to plug weld it, and then you come back and it's let go. You know, it's a very aggravating. A lot of times when I do floors now, I spot it on the outside instead of trying to do the plug weld, because sometimes I don't find they hold as well. But where I have the hole nice and a good size here, I'm not scared of that. When we turn it back over, we'll get to see how well it. Alrighty. That's where we're at on that side. Turn that off. We'll take a look, and hopefully everything is hunky-dory. It's nice too, welding 14 gauge. I don't have to worry about warping the side up. I didn't, no harm, no foul there. Everything was took my time, moved around a little bit. It's a nice heavy gauge. Flop it over. And that's what we have. Awesome. I'm probably going to end up, I'm not sure. I didn't weld the other ones up there, but I'm probably going to weld across all the way underneath there and grind it up so it looks nice. So that's 45 stays in place, basically. That's beautiful, looks good. Let's turn this off. I should have tucked them down that end. I probably should have just left it this end. Turn it around. Nope, just going to leave it like this. Probably easier for you to film, isn't it? can't make up my mind this morning, as you can tell. Awesome. You can see nice penetration on the stake pocket itself. Turned out good. Turned out really good. I can buff the bottoms up. There's a little bit of work, touch-up work to do with the whole thing. And what I mean by that is that there will be welding and there will be a little bit more grinding. Like this is not right down to the very bottom yet. I'm going to want to take a flapper wheel and knock it up a little bit. No harm, no foul. I'm going to want to finish that off. There's a bunch of little things I'm going to want to do. Exact same thing on this one. Get that right up and tight. I'll probably end up getting Jolene to do this one here. We'll bring that down and tack that so that stays tight. Tight and right. We'll get it over where it should be. Draw our line. Do the exact same thing. Do the exact same thing. That one worked on that end, so we don't want to change anything. Lines there, pretty good there too. Do the exact same thing we did on the other side. Just so it stays the same. There's still a bunch more work I have to do to complete the box, obviously, but we have to start somewhere, and that the box sides are a good start. We're going to have to make framework for the box sides to be welded to fit the chassis. We have to weld the fenders to make the fenders fit the box sides. The running boards that were for the car are, what can I say, trashed. They're all bent up. They're not good, so we're going to have to do something with that also. We're going to have to make some running boards. Also, there's a little piece when it comes down in here. Watch your steps. We hear a drill behind you. When it comes down here, there's going to have to be another little, you'll see most boxes have another little piece there, so we're going to have to make another little piece with a couple 90s on it to come down and fill that into the running board. So there's another little step that's going down in there. It's not nowhere near completed yet, but we're working on it. We're working on it. I hope, as I'm doing this, that it inspires somebody else to make their own box for their truck, because I think it's a fairly straightforward thing to do, is to make a box for a truck. I've done it a few times. You can change it up a bit. There are some renderings a man sent in. Awesome, beautiful renderings of the truck. He did. There's many different things that you can do when it comes to a box. You know, you can make it like you can make it come forward so it goes around the cab a little bit. You could, you know, angle the back of it down this way, or you can angle it this way, or there's so many things that you can do to change it up if you want to. Basically, I just want to make a nice square box for the back of the truck. To make it look like an old truck. Not going to chop this one. Going to leave it the way it is. Might lower it down a little bit. Not sure yet. Holding up as I put pressure down. I don't want to bend the box up. I just want to drill it. I know somebody's out there saying, put some oil in that drill bit. I don't want to go get the oil. I don't want to go get it. I just want to drill. All right, this time I'm going to flop it over and knock off the burrs before I even do anything else. And that way there, it's done. Got a little bit of a hurry on that side. When I get this stake post on, I will take a little bit of time, a minute or two, and grind off a little bit of that weld to show you what it's going to look like. Good. All knocked off. I might need your help again, sweetheart, maybe. Doing that other, knocking that back. That looks so nice. So lovey-dovey, so nice. I think it does anyways. To me, it's a little bit better than just a square post going up. I like it better than the bead roll post that I made before. I just like it better. A little bit of a action going on there. We'll see what happens. Here's another pair of vice grips. I'm up there a little tiny bit too far with that. I'm going to take that off. It's not fitting the way I want it to. Probably bruised that a little bit, and I shouldn't have. I'm going to take a little bit off of that. I want to mark it. Just want to take a little bit off. That much. A saw blade. Just going to do this. I bruised that with the vice grips. Don't like that, but I did. Just squeezing it too hard, forcing it, trying to force it, which I shouldn't have. Just gonna try to take it out. I'm happy again. That's better. Oh, that's all I had to do. That's all I had to do. Just take my time and change it up. That's all I had to do. Beautiful. Beautiful you are, Jolene. So the gorge that fits really nice there now. I got a little bit of gap going on there. It's not bad. Pair of small clamps I had right there. Fitting really nice and tight. Gotta like that. Gotta like that. A bit tighter. Let's get it up to my line. Beautiful. Just look and see if we get it right. All right. It's good. It's good. Take these off. Leg over top of that. No, I'll just get it with a bigger clamp. I'll just move in further. Just don't want to bruise anything. Very easy to bruise the metal if you're not careful when you're squeezing with vice grips. That's why them flat clamps are generally your best. But I want it tight there, and I don't know why I got the vice grips there. How's that? Gonna flop this bad boy over. Let's turn it around. Getting off close to that box side, aren't I? We'll have fenders falling here in a minute, and the box side falling, and that won't make me happy. All right, let's do this. I know these ones are tight, or this one's tight. Everyone's tight on this side, but I'm gonna do some more on this side. See if that's tight. Oh yeah, that's tight. Yeah. I seen that one come up, Jew. Probably not. Perfect. Perfect, I say. Nice. Just moving around so nothing, you know, start concentrating in one place, you can get yourself in trouble. You can. Not saying you will. I'm just going to pull this one back. Get on this side of it. Good, good. Whole wheat shreddies. Now, that one there is not that tight. I'm going to try to get that. See it moving? Alrighty. Take our clamps off. I'm thinking that I'm going to have to try to push that pipe up to the top of it, get it tight. Bruised it. Oh yeah. There's basically your box side. I'm going to pull that end down. That's pretty good on that side, but I'm going to pull it down tight. That's basically your box side. Absolutely gorgeous. Everything's penetrated nice. All the spot welds are in the same spot. I'm going to take a flapper wheel, knock off the top here for a second, just to show you what you really can make it look like if you want to take. I'm going to have to take the time to do it because I want to do it. I want to make it look nice. I haven't got this one welded on the top yet, and the reason being is haven't got there yet. Haven't got there yet. But I wanted to show you how I applied the stake pockets. I'm not going to call them stake pockets anymore. I'm going to call them pizza pockets. Anyways, that wasn't that funny, was it? Just stake pockets are hard to say. Yeah. I'm just going to hold the flapper wheel flat and try to get just the weld off if possible first, and then I'll go for it. That 24 grit is dull, and I'll tell you why it's dull. Because it did all the stake pockets. So I'm going to grab a new one so it does not make us listen to all that noise and not work as fast as I want it to. Basically what I'm saying is, if it's not sharp, get yourself another disc and get going, because it can waste a lot of time if you're messing with something that's dull. Piece of sandpaper, a grinder disc, anything. If you got the wrong, if it's dull, it's just going to take your time, which that's going to. Or changing it. Alrighty. Show you what I'm going to make it look like. Alrighty, held it flat that way. Now I'm just going to hold it flat this way. And basically you can see what I'm going to get. That's basically the edge I'm going to get. I have a little tiny bit, you can see a little tiny bit of the weld where it's not feathered off, just exactly right. I'm going to have to put fill on it anyway, so that little tiny bit does not bother me, but that's basically how I'm going to grind the top of that box off. I'll hold it flat this way until I hit the exhaust pipe. I have some weld left on this side, so I know I've got weld to grind off there, and I just hold it flat on this edge, which leaves all the weld in where the metal goes on and where the exhaust goes on. There's all that's full of weld. So I'm very happy with it. It's going to be nice and tight and right. Yes, it is. I'm going to stand it up. You can make yourself an excellent box side by just doing what I did, or you can do what you want to do, make it any way you want to. You can make the belly at the top if you want, make it small at the bottom if you like. It's entirely up to you. But I thank you for coming back. We appreciate it. If you like what's going on, make sure you throw in a like or a comment. And if you like, you should share. And tell your friends and everybody to subscribe. We're just building trucks and cars the practical way, so anybody can do it, basically. This shop is not full of a bunch of big tools, 3 grinders and a hammer and a couple clamps and a welder. You can build anything you want to. All you have to do is use your imagination and your brain to go for it, and that's all I'm doing. And I hope you build your own box. Have a good one, everybody. Come back tomorrow. We'll be here.